in the most connected city in the world. It sucks to be alone. Unless you like being alone. Sometimes you just don't want to be bothered. Sometimes people just get on your last nerve. To most people, you're nobody. But to yourself, you're somebody, right? What few connections you once had are long gone. Probably for the best. If they didn't want to be connected with me, then good riddance. But in the online diver realm, you are somebody. You matter. You sigh heavily, dragging your cursor over to the browser icon on your desktop. Clicking twice, you bring up the familiar website. Welcome back to MothTube. A previous email was sent to all MothTube users detailing our latest system update. As such, some personal details will need to be re-entered. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please enter your first name. Thank you. Please enter your MothTube username. Literally my YouTube channel. Please select your pronouns. She, her. Is this correct? Yes. After confirming your details, you enter your page, checking your latest video. 200,000 views in 24 hours. That's not bad at all. Wow, I could never. I should be so lucky. They always like the edgier songs anyway. Does my character make music? This is your life. Outside the online world of Diver Realm, you're nobody. You don't matter. You suck. But inside, you are Keyword Does, the most popular Vocaloid composer on MothTube. You lean back in your chair, reminiscing on the start of your channel. Has it been 4 years? Time flies. I can't believe it's been so long since I left home. Back then, you left almost everything behind in your city, only taking some essentials like clothes and toiletries, your laptop of course, and your savings, because why would you leave your money behind? That would be silly. But when you said goodbye, it hadn't felt like you were bidding your beloved home farewell. It felt more like good riddance. Rather, it felt like somewhere you'd far overstayed your welcome. Nobody liked me there. It hurt deeply that no one you cared for bothered to fight for you to stay or even came to see you off because they didn't care about you. And honestly, you probably shouldn't care about them. Those people, you don't need those people in your life. You shake the memories loose, shoving the worries from days long past back into the lockbox in your mind. You try to ignore the hurt and the pain. You shove down your feelings because that's 100% healthy and you should do that. This is my advice as a unlicensed therapist. It's been so long since I last spoke to any of them. You sigh and look around your apartment. It wasn't the most luxurious like you were used to, but it was comfortable. It had what you needed and what you worked hard to make it feel homish. It had a bed for you to sleep in and a computer for you to be at, and really that's all you need. It also had 4 walls and a roof. That's very important. More importantly, it was yours. No one could take it away from me unless I stopped paying rent or something. But something was always missing. You'd left your guitar behind in your haste to leave your childhood home. So that's what was missing. And you didn't have enough money to buy a new one, I guess? It was a gift from your stepbrother, an attempt at bonding with you, his new step-sibling. But that bond was as brittle as ice on a newly frozen lake, shattering under the pressure of too many steps. Your backpack that night had been too small to take more than a few pieces of home with you, and you could never carry the guitar because it was much too heavy. Like, to carry a backpack and a guitar, you could never carry so many items. So you resigned to carrying the rest in your heart. I wonder if he kept it. I hope he kept it. Or maybe he threw it away. I'm sure it would have been easy for him. I hope he didn't throw it away. If anything, I hope he sold it, maybe made some money. A pang tore through your heart. You missed the feeling of strings against your fingertips. The fascination with the calluses that would form. And again, you don't have enough money to buy a new guitar because guitars are just so expensive they are. Back then, you were more willing to open your heart to anyone for a single shred of love. So the emptiness was vast when you first left. You bring up your channel, smiling softly at your first video. It's still your favorite. I don't remember what my first video actually was. A song created in desperation to fill your heart. Something, anything to fill the absence left by those you love. Those you love who? The people that didn't see you off? Excuse me? You still care about them? Screw them. My character shouldn't love anybody. My character should be full of hate and anger. One night, out of sheer desperation, you found yourself experimenting with a Vocaloid program, writing a song about how you felt towards a home that was no longer yours. The song turned out pretty decent, and you'd uploaded it to MothTube, Diver Realm's most popular video sharing website. So over the next few years, you uploaded more songs, experimenting with different sounds from time to time, but always retaining that same melancholic tone. Slowly, you build a loyal following, and just like that, you didn't feel so lonely anymore because strangers appreciated you, and sometimes that's all it takes. But fame was always a double-edged sword, which brings you to your current state, sitting in the dark on your office chair, wrapped in your favorite blanket. Dark circles shadowing your eyes as you scour the diver realm. It used to feel like a blessing to do what you love on your schedule. And who wouldn't want hundreds of thousands of adoring fans? But lately, the more you uploaded, the more you realize your creativity was at the mercy of those who could never be sated. They always wanted more. Like a beast, the people of the diver realm consumed your art, and without savoring, they'd clamor for the next course. It was never enough. They always wanted more. Gluttony in its most raw form. Numbers began to dictate your life. How many views were good enough? Was the CTR for the thumbnail good enough? Why did you get 0.5% more dislikes than usual? Were you good enough? What was once your enjoyment and solace now felt like shackles that changed your uninspired husk to a ravenous void was an empty cup. And I was much too sad to refill that cup up. And all with no one to relate to or vent to. Except myself. I could vent to myself. I could relate to myself. Which made you feel lonelier than ever. Stripped of your voice once again. I just need some sort of inspiration. You massage the sides of your temple. You can feel a headache forming from wearing the dive headset for far too long. The cable connection in your wrist port begins to itch too. I should get my cybernetic implants checked out for maintenance soon. You have spent the last 5 hours on a dive in the virtual Innerscape, traversing website after website to find something that would inspire you and make you enjoy the creative process again. You were addicted to the Innerscape. It was like a drug to you. It was like crack. Your fingers stretch haphazardly at the port on your wrist. It really was a drug. Changing genres wouldn't make me happy, but neither will creating the same sound over and over again. I need something unique that can renew my current style. I want to create only for me. The thought brings an immediate stab of loneliness that makes you reject the idea, as you have so many times before. Creating for an audience is the only connection you have to anyone. So who can you blame for wanting to stay safe? Another hour passes, and you're even more frustrated than before. Your headache is now jackhammering your skull at full force, and you're nowhere closer to your end goal. Seriously, do I have to deep dive to find something? The diver realm consists of 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. The first is simply browsing the internet with a keyboard and mouse, known as the surface. The second is known as the dive, the level you're currently in. It is assessed by putting on an Ascension headset and plugging yourself into the network via a cybernetic port. Thanks to this fascinating piece of technology developed by Ascension Tech many years ago, you can feel physical touch, taste, and even smell in the dive. That's kind of cool. I'd be addicted to that sort of thing too. It's the safest out of the 2 dive levels. As such, it's a popular place to socialize. The third level is Deep Realm. It's where you go if you're less worried about security or someone potentially hijacking your cybernetics. You should never go there unless you're truly desperate or stupid. There you'll find the more unregulated websites and the illicit things, to put it simply. It's not your favorite place, which means you've been there before, you idiot. Why would you ever go to such a place? But you are getting desperate. Well, that's why. Am I stupid or desperate? Being desperate makes you do stupid things. Maybe I'll just look around for a bit, get in, get out, just a little bit. You quickly switch servers to the Deep Realm and bring up the search engine. Typing in your query, you resume your search for a cyber muse. This is a terrible idea, but you're not going to stop. Half an hour passes and you're about ready to give up. You start thinking that this is a terrible idea and you should stop. Who the heck? But then you have mail apparently. Guess I won't stop. Ignoring your gut feeling, you open the message and find a message. You open the message and find a message? That's crazy. I didn't expect to find a message in the message. Hey, you like Vocaloids? Check out the latest prototype model in this exclusive leak. Introducing Project Veiss, I don't know how to say it. A prototype Vocaloid guaranteed to bring new life into your music. Download now. Well, how could I not download such a suspicious link? So shady. Oh, my character's smart enough to know not to do that? Are you really going to click that button? Against your better judgment, you move your cursor and hover over it. Alright, I guess you want to click the button? Do you have no sense of self-preservation? No, I guess not. I'm bored and desperate and sad and lonely. Is the possibility of the unknown and untold horrors that attractive? Yes. On one hand, it might be my ticket out of here, but on the other hand, I might get cyberjacked. And wouldn't that be something? To have something else crawling around in that head of yours. You'd never be lonely again. Maybe this ain't such a bad idea. A moment passes as you weigh the pros and cons in your head. I'm clicking it, like whatever. You click the button, no regrets. Wow, just wow. A file immediately starts downloading into your desktop. I did what I did, it is what it is. I am fully ready to accept the consequences of my actions. You take this moment to exit the deep realm and head back to your private space in the dive. The ad said it was a new prototype Vocaloid named Veiss? Veiss? I don't know how to say that. And it's upsetting me because I keep saying it differently. And I need to just find a way to say it. I need to figure out how I'm going to say it. Cracking your knuckles and shifting your dive headset to a marginally more comfortable position, you open your Vocaloid program. Oh, Vocal Play Premium. Oh, so I'm paying for premium. You grab the downloaded file and plop it straight into the program, watching it initialize and set itself up. This could either be the best or worst decision I've made. One of the two, there's no in between. I guess nothing could be worse than what happened back then. This action will replace your current Vocaloid Ruka with the Vocaloid Veiss. Click continue to proceed. Sorry Ruka, you've done well, but I need something new. You've done well, but not well enough. Get out of here. You click your mouse and begin the initialization of Veiss and the removal process of your green-haired Vocaloid Ruka. Yeah, this was the right decision. No regrets here. As the progress bar finishes, you watch as a separate smaller window opens up with the newly installed Vocaloid sitting inside. Oh is right. The Vocaloid looks to be a man in his late 20s. His hair is an icy blue with black roots and underside. A black spike tattoo adorns his neck, matching his alternate clothing style. He looks really cool, but what catches you off guard the most are his eyes. A bright vivid pink, like gemstones sitting amid dark smudges of eyeshadow. Get it together! You want to slap yourself for immediately drooling over some 2D man. But you don't because that would hurt. And why would you hurt yourself? As sad as you are, you have not reached that level yet. He's very hot and incredibly my type, but this is a computer program. I mean, he's smiling now. He wasn't smiling before, was he? I mean, people do have virtual relationships in the diver. Focusing. Gathering. He's not smiling anymore. Wish my character would acknowledge that. Must have been the wind. Gathering the tattered reins of your self-control, you aim your focus back onto the screen in front of you. So your name is Veiss, huh? Let's see what you can do other than look cool.